Hey guys, it's me Corey here. I just wanted to make a video real quick because I'm so excited for 2022 to be over with and for 2023 to get here because this whole 2022 year has been like the worst year of my life. I mean, I've been through some rough shit 31 years and I've made some really bad decisions, but this year definitely takes the cake. Um First of all, at the beginning of this year, I had three close friends die. My friend Mark died in January, and it was cancer and cirrhosis of the liver that killed him. He was like one of my best friends. I mean, I when Mark was alive, I was at his house almost every day. He lived downtown by me. We lived in the same area and shit. Um, like we were buddies for a good 12 years, something like that, since like 2011, 2010, 2000. I think 2010. So losing him was really hard at the beginning of this year. And then about a month after that, in like February, end of February, beginning of March, my friend Hannah ended up passing away. I get a letter from Hannah's mom saying that Hannah took her own life. And Hannah was also schizoaffective and also lived with me in the Seattle area. We lived in the Seattle area around the same time. And we both moved out of state. I went back home to Michigan and she went back home to California. So we both kind of lived there during the same time. And then we both kind of left around the same time. So that was just really heartbreaking because, it hit home to me because we both have schizoaffective disorder. And she was just, it's losing a close friend, it's hard. Um, and then about a month after that, about beginning of like end of March, beginning of April, my friend Nick passed away. I'm not exactly sure how, but I think it was COVID because he was very, very sick. And Nick was my best friend when I lived in Washington. He got me through some really dark times when I lived in Washington, and I'm always going to be grateful for that. And he passed away uh, that year, this year too. So just losing all these people has been extremely difficult on me. Um, the next thing that happened was I ended up resigning from my volunteer job that I had last year. For those of you who followed me on my old YouTube channel, you might know about this. Last year, I started volunteering at a food bank, and I worked there from about October 2021 till about February of 2022. And I resigned at the beginning of this year because out of all the jobs I've had, working at a food bank was probably one of the roughest. I mean, it was the reason for that. The reason I say that is because when you work at a food bank, you do deal with some difficult people, and not everyone who comes to the food bank is as thankful and appreciative as everyone else. So you get some really difficult characters that you have to deal with. So whole new level of respect for people who volunteer for food banks, and for people who work at these food banks, across America. Um, so I had to resign from that job. Um, the next thing that happened was, Mike leaving me, him moving out of state and going back to Washington. And during that period of time, around the period of time he left, I got pretty bad into my drug addiction. Um, I want to say about April, end of April, maybe beginning of April. I don't know. It's all kind of foggy at this point. I started abusing crack very heavily, and I abused crack so heavily that I lost my apartment, my beautiful apartment that I showed you a video tour of on my old YouTube channel. Um, it's that apartment was one of the best things that ever happened to me, and I chose drugs over it. Um, Literally, I um I spent so much money paying debts to others and just bullshitting around, just spending money on drugs and dope and stuff that I didn't pay my rent for 4 months and they evicted me from the Stuyvesant, and I can't really blame them for that, you know. So I got evicted. That was the first time in my life I got evicted. So then we're looking at the third time in my life I'm homeless. So that was happening throughout. I got evicted in August, so this past fall I've been homeless pretty much the majority of the time. Um, so this year's just been fucked for me, you guys, and I'm just so excited for 2022 to be done with and for 2023 to get here. Um, and then my jail experience. I almost forgot about that. Um, this first time, I don't know specifics because I already have videos about this, but um, I caught a charge. It's my first felony, and it was my first time in jail. So this year was just horrible for me. And so I'm so ready for 2023 to get here. I want to start over on a clean slate. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for this year to be done. So that is why 2022 was so horrible for me and why I can't wait for 2023. So I hope everybody's doing good. I hope everybody's having a good week. And I'll talk to you guys pretty soon here. Peace out, guys.